What is up, y'all? It's me, Daria, and I'm here for week 2 of the PPL. After week 1, we're 1-0 plus 2, sitting around 5th out of 16 in the league. So a pretty solid start. You know, we didn't like to blow the doors off or anything like that, but a really solid showing for week 1. In week 2, we are up against Nova and their Bermuda Kecleons. If you do not already, please go check out Nova's channel. They're a super great human and a great content creator as well. I highly recommend you go check out their channel. Drop a subscription or whatever, and check out their perspective from this video. Also, information is in the description below. But let's talk about our matchup here. So this week we are up against an old friend of ours, Horse Daddy, Terra Glacier, to be specific. Matchup up on the screen here. Yeah, so Terra Glacier, absolutely frightening creature. Last time we played against it, we got absolutely dunked on by it. So we're gonna be hyper aware of that. Gotta be very aware of Trick Room. With the Slow King there, the Galarian Slow King in like Chile, like that's just generally a really annoying Pokemon for me. Urshifu Single Strike can be like a nightmare for teams to deal with, but I actually think we handle it pretty well. I just think that Enam is like it's like really bulky, and it switches into Urshi pretty well. So they'll probably be expecting that. I think what they likely do with the Urshi is use that to bait in the Enam so they can like U-turn into Slowking and try to like set up Trick Room or something to get into the Glacier. So we have some counterplay for that. And they also have a Terra Hisuian Arcanine, which is also pretty good into me. Like Terra Normal Extreme Speeds were a nightmare for me in Mox. So this is definitely a threat. I don't think it's as threatening as the Glacier, but still definitely a threat. And then the Titan actually down there, I think is pretty annoying for my team as well. It really prevents the Skyman Vishiswa from being able to just kind of win because Ice Shard is there, obviously. And if Slowking sets Snow with Chilly Reception and gets into Titan, that could be terrifying. That could be really scary for my team. So I have some stuff prepared to kind of counter some of this, and I saw some pretty good win cons and had some pointed out to me as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and just jump right into our build here once again. Our dedicated lead is going to be Vishiswa, our Skyman. We are going to be Choice Scarf this week with Seed Flare, Air Slash, Earth Power. The idea is to lead with this. Basically regardless of what we see, because 1, it outspeeds everything and we can start off with some good damage, and 2, if they try to bring like Vikavolt and get up Sticky Webs, I can just Air Slash them into Oblivion and they don't get their webs. Obviously barring like a Covert Cloak, but if it's lead Vikavolt, it's probably like Focus Sash. So a couple Air Slashes should be enough to handle that, and hopefully we can get the 60% flinch on the Air Slash. If not, we have removal, so not the end of the world. But yeah, this is just a really good form of speed control against this team, and Healing Wish is great support as well. So I think this is just the set for Vishiswa this week. Next up is Tyranitar, our Dark Chalky here. We have Custap on this, so another form of speed control. This will help us in the event that like Trick Room is up. Obviously we can outpace the Glacier with Custap, or it also helps like in a dire situation, like if like it's like Swords Dance, Trailblaze, Urshifu or something, and we can like endure and live like a close combat. They go -1 defense, and then we kill with a Brick Break. So that's like some counter playing there. Obviously if they have Sucker Punch, that doesn't work, but we're not worried about Sucker Punch on a Trailblaze. That's D-set. Definitely not something we need to be too worried about. And knockoffs into this team are just really valuable. There are things that can obviously switch into a knockoff, but those things don't really want to lose their items. Like Tinkaton does not want to lose its item because it's either like Shaka or Air Balloon, and it needs that to be able to deal with certain threats on my team. or to switch into like a shaman or anything like that. And I guess the only other thing that really cares to switch into a knockoff is the Urshifu, but again, like, if they click that close combat button and they go -1 and we can endure, like, we threaten back with Brick Break. Obviously, if we endure, it's obvious, so I'm more hoping that we can, like, get into a range naturally without having to click the endure button. That would be ideal, but we'll see. It's here. It's a nice in case of emergency button, just in case. Next up, we have Raspberry. Raspberry is going to be our dedicated switch into the Urshifu with Rocky Helmet to like punish those U-turns. And then we have Taunt. So like Taunt is basically here so that if he tries to go into the Slowking, or if he tries to switch into like Tinkaton on this, he can't either set up Trick Room or get up rocks or try to Thunder Wave things or get up Toxic Spikes or anything like that. We're just shutting that down with Taunt. And Draining Kiss, Earth Power, Mystical Fire basically hits everything on this team pretty hard. So we're going to be bulky support who can also do some damage back to stuff. So should be a pretty, I don't know, I expect this to be a pretty solid check to Urshifu. Next up, we have Blackberry. Blackberry is our Cresselia. This is kind of where the tech is hidden this week. We're Gravity, Lunar Dance, with T-Wave, Moonblast, and Cobra Berry. Obviously, the idea here is to, I mean, we can click Thunder Waves on stuff. We can find, if we find ourselves in front of like an Urshifu, we can live like a Wicked Blow and Moonblast and kill back. But we can also get that Gravity up and Lunar Dance into Iron Treads, who is going to be Soft Sand this week, Terra Ground. The calcs on this, like Terra Ground with Soft Sand, it's silly. The calcs on this are silly. It's doing so much damage. And once the Gravity is up, like nothing switches into this. Nothing on this team can switch into this. I mean, your only ground resist that is on the ground is Bramblegast, and Bramblegast just kind of dies to an Ice Spinner. So yeah, I think this set is going to be our main breaking power here on this set, and hopefully it can break through to clear the way for our win con, which is just Choice Band Vanilla Punch. I know, like, oh, Choice Band's usually like reserved for breakers, but we have enough like bulk on Vanilla Punch to just live basically one of anything from anybody, maybe except like a special booster choice specs like Hurricane from a Iron Jugulus, but we should be able to basically live one attack from anything and just clean with Surging Strikes or even Aqua Jet if we can chip things down enough. So yeah, that's it. That's our plan for week 2. I think that we can do this. I feel pretty good about this matchup. I know we don't have perfect switch-ins to things, but I think we have like good levers to pull when things get a little dicey. And I think we have just enough tech to really be annoying here. Between like Taunt, Enam, and Gravity on the Cresselia, I think we should be able to have a pretty good showing here. But we'll be back shortly with the battle here in just a moment, and stick around. Afterwards, we'll have a little cooking section again like we did last week. I'm not going to spoil what we're getting into this time, mostly because I don't know yet. But, you know, we'll find out soon, so I'll be right back with the battle. Alright, y'all, we are back for the battle. It's time to do the thing. Good luck, have fun to Nova, but not too much luck, because I want to win. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Slowking, Urshi, Tinkaton, the glass is here. And so is the Arcanine. I did not expect both of them to come, honestly. Bit of a surprise. But it is Terra Electric Glacier and Terra Fairy Arcanine. And then we have a Vigavolt. So potential webs lead. I mean, we do what we said we were gonna do, right? We lead Vishiswa and we try to flinch the Vigavolt into oblivion so they cannot set up the webs. Alright, is it Vigavolt? Hilda. No, okay. It's a Tinkaton lead. Are you Air Balloon? It is Air Balloon. Alright. Well, I kind of want to just Air Slash this once, just to pop that Air Balloon and maybe get a flinch. I don't think that's a bad play. I could also just go right into Cress. I think we do. I think we go hard Cress. Okay. Yeah, I think hard Cress was the play there. I mean, they swap out also. Like, we both ran away on turn 1, which is really funny. And they go into Slowking, which is fine. I think we'll Gravity now, maybe? I kind of want to Thunder Wave this, though. I'm not really sure what to do in this situation, so I'm just going to click the tech button. Yeah, we get that Gravity out. They set up a Trick Room. Yeah, that makes sense. They're gonna go Glass now, I'm sure, so I'm just gonna Thunder Wave. That way, maybe they can get fully parried and burn some Trick Room turns. And they'll swap out first with Chili, so. They hard swap instead of Chili into Mustard. Oh. We get a Thunder Wave on the Urshi. That's huge for us. That's very cool for us. I do think this will underspeed us because of the para, but we can eat a Wicked Blow with our Colbur. So we'll just get a free Moonblast. Well, not free, but we'll get a Moonblast off here. Well, it's free if they get fully parried. So, I mean, that's why you bring Thunder Wave. That's wonderful. That's so great. We love that. All right, okay, all right. Well, now we go into Raspberry, because they could just... They're not going to get fully parried twice, right? And we'll live with this damage. They're going to attack us for sure. So we'll get some chip with Rocky Helmet. Yeah, there's the Wicked Blow. We'll eat this. That does nothing. They take some chip there from our Rocky Helmet. And now I think we Mystical Fire, maybe, to cover Tinkaton switching in, potentially. If they go Slowking, we can taunt on the following turn. Oh, use Iron Head. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You died a Rocky Helmet chip, so... Hey, we flinched. Not that the flinch mattered, but it's funny. Okay, so they do go into the Slowking here. And this is just where we taunt, so you can't set up another Trick Room. Yeah, there's the Trick Room. So we shut down the Trick Room. Beautiful. Absolutely love that. And I think now we go into Blackberry, because this can't really do much to Blackberry, especially if it's taunted, right? It can't Toxic or set up spikes or like do anything annoying like Calm Mind. So I think we just go here and we try to set up our Gravity again. Okay, so they hard swap. Which makes sense. Into Tinkaton. I think I'm okay with this, right? Like, the worst they can do is knock off. We're still getting our Gravity up here. They Swords Dance. I think we live a +2. Well, we have Colbur, but I think we live a +2 Gigaton Hammer. since we know you're like air balloon and not a boosting item like life orb or something. So we're not in any danger. I'm just gonna lunar dance and then get into treads and start dunking on stuff. That did a lot of damage. That did a lot of damage. But we get our lunar dance off. So the tech has gone off. We got to use the taunt and we got to use the gravity lunar dance. Now we go into Chalky Malt, who isn't even going to burn the lunar dance, which is super nice. We could probably go back into Enam again if we wanted to. And yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason why I don't just Terra Ground, Earthquake, and just start killing stuff. Alright. They stay in, so this just kills. This just kills. There's no universe where the Tinkaton ever lives, so we're definitely claiming one here. So gravity at work, ignoring your air balloon. Love to see it. Alright, so there's one for treads. I mean, like, what do they go into here, right? Like, nothing on the team really wants to come in right now. I guess maybe Glass. You can't Terra. Arcanine doesn't want to come in. Vigavolt doesn't probably doesn't want to come in here. Urshi's almost dead. Slowking dies. I think they're forced to go Glass here. Is Voltage Terra Electric Glass? No, it's this. Okay, that makes more sense. I mean, this could still potentially kill this. If they're like max Fizz-Duff, it's not going to die, but then if they're max Fizz-Duff, they can't kill me back. I don't think they're Sash because they didn't lead with this, so it's probably like Boots or something. So I'm just gonna EQ here and just kind of see what's going on. The worst that could happen is they live on a sliver and kill me back with Energy Ball, but we still claimed one and got a ton off on this, so I think I'll take that. Yeah, they stay out. Okay, that's Fizz-Duff. That's Fizz-Duff. Yep, so we lived the Energy Ball. That did more than I would have thought since it's so Fizz-Duff. It might not be max Fizz-Duff, it might be like modest with like a ton of investment, but either way, they die now. I don't even think they're in Custap range if they do have a Custap, so I think we're super good here to just click EQ again. Yep, and they just give me this. So Treads claims 2. That's it. That's all we needed from Treads. We needed Treads to come out and claim 2, and that's what it did. So Treads has done its job, and it can still get damage on something else. Like we can still like chip something else up. Pretty good. This could be like E-Speed. Or even Scarf. So I'm tempted to get that EQ damage, but I think we go T-Tar, because I think E-Speed is just that obvious that we have to go T-Tar here. If they click Head Smash or Close Combat, so be it. They Flare Blitz. That's fantastic. That's fantastic for us. Does that damage tell us anything? It tells me that you're adamant. I have no idea what your item is. Could be Scarf. Kind of want to Endure here, because if they're Boots, they CC. I think they're probably Boots. They Flare Blitz again. Oh, are you Scarf? This must be Scarf. We're lucky we didn't get burned here, but we can EQ now, right? Because they can't kill us. So we just EQ, and they don't seem to want to Terra this. They're saving it for the horse, which makes sense. They just stay out, so we're just going to get this with an EQ here. Alright, so that's gone. We took a lot of damage, but we're in Custab range. Although we probably revealed Custab by clicking Endure, so like, ugh. I wish I could have avoided clicking that there, but like if they did CC there, we were just dead. So I think I had to Endure because I didn't know the item. Whoa. Okay. Well, like what the fuck do I do here, right? Like, they for sure don't click a psychic move, but also like, what do they just trick room? I think I just need to know. I think, yeah. Custab super didn't matter. Are you Colbur? You're not Colbur. Glow King's just gone. Okay, well, we'll take that. We will absolutely take that. We're in great shape. I think we have this. Okay, so we're just gonna get rid of your item here. Lefties. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well, you're gonna go +1. We're gonna go +1 there, which is a little scary, but it's fine. I don't think you can Terra. Like, Arcanine Terra, right? Did Arcanine Terra? I don't. If they Terra Electric here and kill us, that's fine. We'll at least get like a solid Drain Punch off here, and we can revenge it after that. It's not a big deal. Yeah, so they probably just Terra Electric kill us here. But we get Chip, and they Icicle Crash. Well, okay. Well, then we're good. We're so good. I think I maybe overthought the end there a little bit. Because I should have just always Surging Strikes there. I'm not sure why I didn't. It was kind of a weird play. Drain Punching twice was weird, but whatever. It worked. And we survived. We pulled off a, actually it's not just survive, it's a 4-0 win. That's pretty solid, so we'll take that. But good game to Nova. Again, very scary team. I was hyper aware of Trick Room, Glow King into Glass, so we brought the counter team for that. So I think that's kind of why we were able to win this one so convincingly. But good game again. Super excited to grab a win in week 2. And yeah, stick around if you want to see me make some tasty treats. Hello again, and welcome back to Draft League City's own Starlight Cafe. This week, we were assisted by one of the most mysterious yet natural forces in the universe, gravity. And we were able to set up that gravity with our good friend, Blackberry. Good work, Blackberry. Now, to honor Blackberry's part in our Week 2 victory, we will be preparing the Frostless Blackberry Ice Cream. For this one, you'll need a medium saucepan, large bowl, and a stand mixer with a whisk attachment. First, let's tackle the blackberry sauce. For that, we'll need 14 ounces of fresh blackberries, 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 lemon, which will later be zested and juiced. Once you've gathered the ingredients, we'll start by combining everything into a small medium saucepan. You want medium-high heat for this. Bring to a boil. You may need to smash some of the berries to get it going. Smash them to your desired consistency. Keep in mind, this is for the sauce that will be added to a vanilla base. If you like fruity bits in your ice cream, you won't need to smash them up quite as much. Once you're done with that, you can go ahead and reduce heat and let simmer for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes have passed, you remove from heat and pour into an airtight container. If you're not sure what to use, we just recycled an old cleaned out pasta jar. It honestly worked perfect for this. Once cooled, go ahead and seal tight and pop it in your fridge for a minimum of 12 hours, but no more than 2 weeks. And that's the blackberry sauce. Easy peasy. Next up, we have to prepare the vanilla ice cream. For this, you'll need 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk, 1 vanilla bean, which we'll be carefully splitting open and scraping the seeds out of later, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, a pinch of salt, 2 cups of heavy cream, and the blackberry sauce that we whipped up before. First step for this is to combine the sweetened condensed milk, vanilla bean seeds, vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt into a large bowl. Whisk together until well combined. Once that's done, we'll go ahead and pour the heavy cream into the bowl you plan on using with the stand mixer, which should not be the bowl you just put the other ingredients in. You want to mix the heavy cream until whipped cream forms medium peaks, which took us about 3 minutes. Then, you can transfer this over to the bowl with the other ingredients. You want to carefully fold in the whipped cream until it's well combined. You know, just fold it in. Once you've expertly folded in the cream, you want to go ahead and transfer this whole mixture into a large airtight container. We grabbed the largest mason jar we have for this. Just pour about 1/3 of the total mixture, then stop and go ahead and pour in half of the blackberry sauce. Then you want to gently swirl that in. Then go ahead and pour another 1/3 of the mixture on top. Pour in the rest of the blackberry sauce, followed by the remaining vanilla mixture. And once it's all poured in, you want to go ahead and gently stir it all up once again. This is just to make sure the blackberry sauce is evenly distributed and you don't get one big bite of blackberry right in the middle of your ice cream. Once you've finished up, go ahead and seal tight and place in the freezer for at least 5 hours. It took ours closer to 6 or 7 to completely freeze. And here's our final product. Alright, this one looks fantastic. It's not far off from the picture in the book either, and believe it or not, it tastes even better than it looks. So yeah, that'll do it for week 2 at Starlight Cafe. Thanks for hanging out for another week of PPL. Next week we're up against Ellie and her Shanghai Dragons. That one should be an absolute blast. I am super looking forward to it. Ellie always cooks up some really fun stuff. Until then, I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you till next time. Bye.